welcome to episode 25 of the best episodes of Credit 101. The original episode was actually 87 of Credit 101. Don't forget, it's 206 episodes there. These are just the best ones. I just made 30 videos talking about the best ones, and I created documents and dispute letters, worksheets, checklists for you all, and guides. And one of the things that we're talking about now is we have an actionable step-by-step guide on how to actually fix the medical debt on your credit reports, what you have to do. And it tells you step-by-step what you need to do, and you can actually check it off. So that's what we created now. If you guys are in a membership and you're watching this video, thank you for already having a membership. Go ahead and download the guide down below. It's over 40 different guides and dispute letters. So over 40 different things I created for you guys. And it's over 200 videos in the membership. So definitely, I'm happy that you guys are here. If you don't have a membership, it's literally $1 for the first 7 days, and then after that it's going to be less than $10 per month. At least at the time of recording, it's $9.99 per month. So go ahead and get your membership. There's no reason why you shouldn't already have it. But let's get into this actionable guide on how to actually remove this medical debt from your credit reports. If you guys have medical debts, this is just how you do it. I'm just gonna say this, let's spill. I just hate when people, you want to hear all the facts about a medical debt, and it's like, listen, if it's a medical debt, this is what you need to do, period. Not, oh, this is how it could have came on there and all that. No. This is what you need to do. We need to get it off, period. And that's the energy I need to have when it come down to these accounts. So if I seem so direct, that's only because I think that we need to be more direct with this stuff, okay? So please forgive me if you feel like it's so direct. But let's get right on into it. Now, this is the actual guide. And the thing is, it's telling you step by step what you need to do to resolve a medical debt, and also to improve your credit. And that's if it's already on your credit report, because if it was added to your credit report, it's already hurting your credit. Okay. And let me say this, all paid medical debt should not be on your credit reports. If you already have a paid medical debt, you need to just start disputing that debt right away and tell them to remove that debt from your credit report because it is paid. If they don't want to remove it, do like I did and start suing companies. You know, that's what I had to do. Like, period. Don't play with them. It should be off your credit report if it's already been paid. That's something that came out as actual law. And then I have more things about medical debt on there. So definitely look into that. So the first step is to review your medical debt and to review your insurance. So request an itemized bill. So contact whoever it is that had this debt and ask them for itemized bill. Look for any errors. Was there any duplicate charges or services that you did not receive? Y'all will not understand how many errors could be on these different things. And to be honest with you, as long as my insurance took it, I didn't care about no errors. But these companies do. They put the extra errors in there sometimes on purpose. So just double check to see if there wasn't any errors, and if there were errors, make sure you dispute that with them. So dispute any errors that they you may have. If you have insurance coverage at the time, check with the insurance provider to ensure that this is going to be processed. Sometimes they may deny the claim, or this may not fall under your insurance, and that's why you have to pay it. But just double check with your insurance. They may pay it for you. You just get it out the way right then and there. If you see any errors, you guys, make sure you send a dispute letter to these companies that have the error. If it's not on your credit report, send a letter to that company, like whoever, maybe you went to the hospital, send a letter to the hospital and send it certified. Okay. Send it certified mail. And that's going to show that you actually sent it, and you're going to be able to track that they actually got whatever letter that you had sent out to them. Now, the next thing is, I want you guys to negotiate your medical bills. And let me go back. Negotiate the medical bills. It's not only time I would think about ever negotiating a medical bill if it's something that's like, dang, I really do want to pay y'all. If I had that thought, I really do want to pay y'all. This debt is not super old. I just got it. You telling me I got this medical debt. Okay, fine. How can I resolve it? I would think about paying at that time. If this is an old medical debt, this thing been out there, it's on your credit report, a merit collector, some company got it and they've been reporting it. I'm not finna settle those accounts. If it's on my credit report, at that point we have to battle. I'm sorry, because you're not the original person I took the money from anyway. You're a collection company. So this is for, hey, they just told you owe it, or maybe it was from a few months ago. It's not in your credit reports or anything like that. It's just that you ain't got a service. Like, oh, I forgot about that. Try to negotiate with them. period. But if it's on your credit report, y'all need to go the disputing route, period. Like, seriously, that's what I would do. I would just go full on disputing route. I just have to throw that out there. Because you can get to the point where you ain't gonna pay that debt at all, and it's off your credit report, and they can give you some money for it too, for reporting it. So if it's on your credit report, that's different. Now, something that you can say to them if you want to negotiate it with them, you can say, hey, I'm struggling to pay this bill in full. Do you offer any discounts, any payment plans, or financial assistance options? I have to do that. Like, what's the payment plan option? Y'all got payment plan on this, especially if it's a large amount. You probably got the money for it, but if they can stretch it out, let them stretch it. That's how you stay. Well, just go ahead and stretch it if you can. If it has been sent to a collection agency, go through the disputing process, y'all, because then y'all have HIPAA rights and stuff like that. But you could technically negotiate with the collection company. Maybe you like, Ricky, I don't have time for none of this stuff. I really don't, honestly. I'm going to just pay them that money. And if you decide you want to pay them money, fine. Go ahead and negotiate. Try to see if you have it for less. So you can say something like, I'd like to settle this debt, but I cannot afford the full balance. Would you be willing to settle for, if it's $100, hey, would you be willing to settle for $30? $20, something like that. Let them bring the amount up. And I'm thinking about the $40. But let them bring the amount up, honestly. Request a payment plan. I said that if you cannot pay the full amount, or maybe it's just a large amount, you're like, I ain't nobody gonna be paying y'all $2,000 right now. Like, especially if they can spread it out, let them spread it out, but be realistic on what you can pay every month, because if you fall behind, you can create problems. Now, with the collection company, if they're gonna do a pay for deletion, fine, go ahead and do a pay for deletion. But at the same time, I still suggest like I did, like, fight with them, because don't even like, I just don't want to come out of pocket for certain things. I guess that's just where I'm at with it. It's a collection company. I'm just gonna fight with them. I guess that's where I'm at. If I have to pay, I'll pay. But still, if they don't have the right proof, you just paying it because it's on your credit report and you feel some type of way, then you're going the wrong way about it. You about to buy a house and you literally just got this debt on there and you need to get certain debt off or something like that, then, and you in an emergency, it's stopping you right then and there, then maybe you just want to settle. But ask them to, if you pay a certain amount, would they be able to settle the amount at this price? And then also too, would they be able to do like a pay for delete, where you pay them and they'll delete it from your credit report? Some companies like Portfolio Recovery already do that, but try to see if you can get it in writing. And a lot of times it won't be in writing. Dispute the account like any other collection, just put on there HIPAA violations, and then monitor your credit reports and look at your credit scores to see if these accounts are coming off, and make sure you maintain a positive credit history, like paying all your bills on time, use your credit responsibly, and consider a secure card if you're not even building your credit. If you need professional help, definitely check out my exclusive credit membership at Rickita.com, because we can definitely look at your credit reports and possibly help you with something like this. Now, that's really top to bottom of everything you need to do, is whether you're going to settle this debt out, or you're going to fight them in court because it's on your credit report. Like, literally, like, what else you gonna do? Or maybe it's not the statute of limitations, so you ain't doing anything. Like, you just, what y'all gonna do? Like, you just sitting on it. That's what I call sitting on it. Like, do y'all understand when I say that? Like, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm just gonna sit here, like, nothing. Like, you can't sue me because it's past statute of limitations. Maybe you're gonna sit on it, like, and not do nothing. Like, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. But if you guys don't have a membership, get it. It's $1 trial for 7 days. And I made it so that in the new year, y'all do these different things, y'all credit can be popping, because I just know how much credit really changed my life and gave me so many opportunities, and helped me out when I really needed it. If you guys have a membership, download the guide down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, welcome to the best episodes of Credit 101. This is episode 26, but the original episode, Credit 101, is actually the 100th episode. And I remember when I did my 100th episode, I didn't even believe I recorded 100 videos on credit, like a targeted thing. And I created a full course, Credit 101 course. So definitely, if you guys are watching this in the course, thank you so much for getting the course. I created so much cool stuff. As you can see, you have this guide, this checklist that I created for selling things and decluttering things. I have an actual checklist here that you guys can actually download. Just download it down below. You can be able to download it. If you guys don't have a membership, it's literally $1 for the first 7 days. And at the time of recording this, let me say this, at the time of recording this, it's $9.99, less than $10 a month. You get dispute letters in there, checklists, guides, worksheets, and it's over 40 of them, over 200 videos. I know it's very worth it. I wish I had this. If I had this, I would have been a beast even faster. Literally, I would have literally been a beast even faster. But let's get into this decluttering checklist, because it's a lot that you guys can go through. And I've been watching a lot of Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey had me pay off one of my video. I can't even say, oh my gosh. He helped me pay off one of my what is wrong? I want to say vehicles. I'm not going to say vehicles because I'm keep saying videos and vehicles. I have recorded a lot of videos today, though. Let me say that. He helped me pay off one of my cars in less than 2 years. And it was intense, as he'll call it. Gazelle intense. It was very intense. But he talked about selling items, getting rid of items that you have, because you can use that extra money for items that you're not using. You can use extra money to actually pay off your debt. So that's why I wanted to talk about this declutter and sell checklist. And then maybe you're a baby hoarder like me. I like to keep stuff. You need to declutter too. Let's get rid of some stuff. It helps clear up our mind for sure. Okay, so let's get into this checklist. Again, if you had a membership, you can go ahead and download it and literally print it out and check it. I'm going to go. I haven't went through this honestly myself. I created this because it's something I have to go through. I'm going to spend all November going through this, like just really getting everything together and decluttering all the different areas. But you guys definitely had this checklist. So download it, print it out, and let's go and start checking some of this stuff off. So the first thing is you have to identify the clutter areas in your home. So this checklist right here is going to help you clean out unwanted or unused items. And it not only is create more space, but it's going to generate extra income too, which is what we want. So you want to turn your clutter into some quick cash that you can use for, like I said, paying off debt or whatever you want to use it for. You got stuff sitting around that you don't even use anyway, might as well sell it. So identify the different clutter areas in your home. Go through your closet. Do you need to declutter your closets? Yes or no? Your garage? Yes or no? Your basement or your storage room? Yes or no? Your kitchen cabinets? Yes or no? Your bedrooms, living room, your home office? The kids' room, or any other room. If you find something else, put a yes there, okay? And start decluttering out that different area. So identify the different items that you can sell. So you can do a yard sale. I see a lot of communities do like group yard sales. You guys can do like OfferUp or Marketplace. I bought plenty of stuff off of OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, and it was nice stuff. It was very nice stuff. So you can also do the same thing. You can sell your stuff there. So let's identify the different items you can sell, such as clothing. You got jackets, shoes, accessories. Yes or no? Electronics. Is your extra phones you have, laptops, gaming consoles that you're not using? Yes or no? What about furniture? Is there extra chairs, couches, tables, etc.? Yes or no? What about your kitchenware, small appliances, and your dishes? Yes or no? Um, Toys, video games, board games, action figures? Yes or no? Bikes, fitness gear, etc. You got books, DVDs, any type of records? Yes or no? You can sell these different things. Power tools, garden equipment, any antiques, rare items, memorabilia? Yes or no? Your watches, rings, or necklaces for your jewelry? These are all things that you can sell. So after you do that, you have to research like the selling prices. So to research selling prices, if you can go on eBay, eBay. Oh my gosh, I told you I got one more video after this. I have to stop it. I have to stop this. You have eBay, you guys, for electronics, collectibles, your clothing. You just need to put the price there for some of the items. You got Facebook Marketplace, something I listed, furniture, toys, home items, Craigslist. You can do large items and appliances there. Poshmark, that's for clothes. You got Offer Up. And then you have like the local consignment shops too that can do like your furniture, your clothing, and your toys. So you have multiple places. So you want to choose where you want to sell stuff at, and you want to actually list it here. So go ahead and list the different places that you want to sell, and then you have to put whether or not you listed it there. Okay. And again, it's multiple websites. Are you going to list stuff on these different websites? Now you got to prepare for the sale for the different items. Is it good? You know, especially electronics. Is it good? Does it need any work? Is it clean? Fix? Do you need to clean it, fix it, or improve it? Is there any prep work needed? So you have an area where you can put the stuff that need prep work. And also taking photos and writing descriptions for some of your main items. Have you taken photos of the item? Have you written a description? Yes or no? And you can actually, for some of these worksheets, you might want to add more. I always tell y'all, get an extra notebook and put step number 6 and then list the extra things there. You know the format of it, and then you can staple this to it or just have it with it. And you maybe you got 20 items you need to list here, and you want to make sure you keep track of each one of them. Get you a notebook and literally write it in and put step number 6. Act like you're doing homework. Step number 6 and put the item, and you know you can make your own little chart like this on your paper. And then set the prices and negotiate. So you can set the prices that you want, but put the minimum price that you have accepted, that you're going to accept for an item, especially if you got somebody that's helping you with it. Maybe you have your spouse, some family, or kids. I don't know. Whoever you have, maybe you want to put a price here. So if they're texting people, messaging people back, they'll know the minimum price. They'll know what to ignore and what not to ignore. So manage your sales and your payments. So the item sold, the selling platform, the price that it's sold for, and then have you received a payment for it? Ship or deliver the items. Maybe they're picking it up too, but you can just track it here. Sometimes you can ship it online, and then after that, just enjoy the extra cash that you have. So you can consider putting this towards debt savings or just investing for your future. But make sure that you use the extra income wisely, or it's for off or not. Don't say, I'm gonna use extra income to do this, and that. No, use it wisely. And decluttering not only frees up space, but it also provides you with extra cash. By following this checklist, you can turn your unused items into quick income while creating a more organized home. And happy selling with this, you guys. So hopefully this checklist is going to be great for you guys. But I think that if you guys want to sell things, I think this is a great checklist for people that want to get started. I also listen to Gary V talk about selling things, going to garage sales and buying stuff and reselling it. So it can be a great thing, and this can be something that your kids can actually use too. If you want to have them sell some of their items, you can use this format, such as, listing your items. You can use that format. Again, just get y'all a notebook and write it down. Step number 1, is there anything? 2, 3. And you can just always keep these. And since I have a lot of children that I'm gonna have to teach certain things to, I'm happy that I created this. I do have a teen course coming soon, and I'm planning on going a little bit lower too than just teens, to actual little bitty kids. But these worksheets are very necessary. So some of these worksheets I am going to have for the teens course, because they're going to need this stuff. I'd rather teach them about this very young, so that they're not adults trying to learn this. They can be on the next step, like, baby, what kind of stocks we need to have, what type of property should we be buying, what should we invest in. That's the things I really want my kids to focus on. I do not want them focusing on stuff like this, but they need to know this stuff. So I want to teach them while they're young, so that they can know how to avoid it. But if they fall in the trap, they know how to pick themselves up. So that's what this information is about. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Go ahead and download the checklist down below if you had a membership. If you don't have a membership, again, it's $1 for the 7-day trial. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, welcome to episode 27 of the best episodes of Credit 101. The original episode for this was actually 118. So I actually created a worksheet for you guys to help you guys prioritize what debts to pay off, because you need to figure out what debts to pay off first. Now, let me say this. I have been listening to Dave Ramsey. It's been changing my mind on some of the things that I think. And then I'm not all the way sold in terms of like the snowball method. But I create a worksheet that you can still do the snowball method in terms of figuring out what debts to pay off first, or you can actually do the avalanche method, which I'm going to talk about. And then you got another one that's just, it's emergency. Like which one is going to hurt you right now? Which one do you have to drop the money for right now? That's a whole different situation. I don't care where this debt is at. If it's something you need to pay right now or something bad is going to happen, you need to pay that debt like right now. Okay. Like if you going through a foreclosure, I don't want you to think about, oh, I got this one credit card. No, you might need to figure the foreclosure out, especially if you want to keep your house. So you got those 3 different things you want to think about. But with this worksheet, you guys will be able to actually list your debts, the amounts that you owe, the interest rate, the minimum payment, what's the current balance, and then figure out what's the priority of them all. You guys can actually with these worksheets, it's good to write in the worksheets, but also get a notebook. If I were you, I'll get a notebook and actually write these different things side by side, like list all your credit cards in your notebook and actually prioritize paying it that way, or doing a spreadsheet. Spreadsheet may be too much for y'all, I don't know, but get a notebook, just write this stuff down, and once it's paid, just put a check mark, or I like to highlight it now. I just love stuff that's just highlighted like that. But yeah, let's get into the worksheet because I'm going to go on and on about nothing. So let's look at the actual debt price. Let's look at this worksheet because I can't not saying even talk today. Now, the step 1 is to list all your debts. You got credit cards. Go ahead and list the name of the credit cards, the total amount owed, what's the interest rate, what's the minimum payment, what's your current balance, like the whole balance. And then we're going to talk about priority after we finish listing all of the other debts. Do you have any personal loans? If you don't have a personal loan, you can literally cross this out and put your next credit card too. You'll have an auto loan, you already paid that off, or you don't have a car, go ahead and put some other debts here. But student loans, your auto loans, medical debts, or just other. And then you kind of have some room too where you can list even more. If you, like me, you got so many different credit cards, so many different things. If you have debts that you have to actually pay off, then you can list those other ones here. But again, you want to fill in all this information, not priority. Priority is going to be based off of number 2. This is how you're going to prioritize your debt. You got the debt avalanche. That's when you guys are going to prioritize paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first. And this is going to minimize the total interest that you pay over time. So you're going to save more money in the long run. And then you also got the debt snowball. And this is you're going to prioritize paying the smallest debt first. This strategy gives you a quick win and it builds momentum as you see your debts disappear faster. So you have to pick which one you're going to choose. Now, I'm going to say, like Dave Ramsey did say, go with the lowest debt first. He did say that. And when I first started listening to him years ago, I paid my car off. It was less than 2 years. That was my highest interest rate. Why wouldn't I pick that? That's what I thought. But then again, I didn't continue on with certain debts right away. So maybe it is some type of mental thing where maybe if I was paying like the smallest ones and then got up to that one, I still would have paid her. I don't know. Pick which one you want to pick, but definitely look into Dave Ramsey if you guys have debts, because it's a big thing. I definitely want to say that it's debt. If you guys have debt, definitely look into him. But I still like the avalanche method because I want to pay the one with the highest interest first. I really still do want to do that. That still will be my first mind. Calculate your monthly payment plan. So you have to determine how much you're going to pay. What's the minimum payment? Calculate that. If you have extra income, whichever one had the highest interest, you're going to put it on that one first. So maybe you have the highest interest on your auto loan. So you're going to put, all of the extra payments on that. And then the total for this month is going to be everything here. If you're not going to put extra payments on a credit card because you want to start with the highest interest first, which is the auto loan, then you can go ahead and just put zeros there because you're not putting any money on that. And then put the totals all together. Now, keep in mind too, you guys, you have to figure out what method you're going to be paying them off. So what I would do is I would put numbers here, or even the original too. Make sure these numbers are in order based off of what you chose this step number 2. So if your auto loan was number 1 because it's the highest interest, go with that first. Then your student loans was next because like me, you don't hold a balance on your credit cards. You're not going to have debt there. You're going to pay that immediately anyway. So maybe that's not really necessarily a priority for you. Maybe you have other debts like an auto loan, student loans, things like that. So go ahead and calculate the amounts you're going to pay every month. And then make sure you monitor your progress. So track your balance every month. That's what I would say. And don't forget that notebook. Get the notebook or print this out multiple times if you need to. If you need that this section multiple times, or you just put the month on it. I sometimes would do things like that. Like how I like this part of it. I would probably print this 12 times and have it for the next year. And I'll just put the January, February, March. It just made it simple and print it back to back, like step number 4. That's what I would personally do sometimes. But what's your starting balance, what's your current balance, and what's the amount that you actually paid altogether? So this is how you can be able to track it and revisit and adjust. If you find out that, you have a higher interest rate somewhere else and you want to pay that one first, then switch it up. If you find out you don't want to do the snowball no more, you want to go with the highest interest because you got momentum and you realize you're putting money on debts that don't even charge you interest, then do that. If you want to go to snowball because you're like, no, let me do that, let me just knock out the small ones, then do that too. But celebrate your milestones no matter what. So you paid off your first debt. When did you pay it off? And what type of reward did you give yourself? Again, I always rewarded myself with snacks. I'm going to now reward myself with facials and massages because my face and my body could never get enough of that. But instead of me rewarding myself with treats, but definitely put the date that you achieved it and the reward you gave yourself. When you reduce your total debt by 20%, what did you do to reward yourself? You pay off the high interest debt. Maybe you paid off your car. What you going to do to reward yourself? Now we have some final tips here too. Make sure you guys are using this worksheet and you have a clear strategy when you're using this, and understand that you can do whatever is best for you. Understand that these are just guides. You don't have to totally follow these things. Find out what's good for you. But what I found, no matter what, is that you're going to need self-discipline. Like, period. It's nothing around it. You're going to need self-discipline. So whatever you decide to do, it's going to work as long as you stay on it and you continue to put money towards whatever you're paying off. And if you guys have the membership, go ahead and download it. If you guys don't have a membership, it's $1 for 7 days, literally. And it's $9.99 at the time of recording. So definitely get your membership, and I'll see you guys in the next one.